Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They go play action here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
You know, return men always think they're breaking the next one for a highlight reel touchdown. They've got to have that confidence. But sometimes that confidence leads to recklessness. It's a fine line. And they could get it punched out trying to do too much. That almost ended up the wrong kind of highlight.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. He hits the sideline, and an ill-fortunate run loses yardage.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He's got a man left. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass is caught by Addison. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Second down carry for Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. A give left side to Jones. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This one's caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on the opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shape the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Finds his man over the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. 7-0 is our score. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They start with 2nd and 6. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 11-yard loss on the play brings up the 3rd down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Hutchinson reels it in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Saints will get set to take over. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Offense to the line for second down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Rattler to the air now. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite hang on.
Second and 10 now. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. To return, McCole Hardman. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's got him. That's Addison. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They give to Jones, right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Vikings trying to add to their lead. First and 10 from the 41. McCarthy throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. From the gun, Jones gets it. Still going past the 40. And he's down all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 22. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. McCarthy looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. And play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that makes it fourth down. Smith able to put it through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety. First and 10 now from the 30. Jones trying the left side. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He's on the move. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That play good for 17 on a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Fits it through the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. And he fakes the spike. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Taken in by Smith. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Rattler. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Another carry for him. Has the first and breaks through midfield. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Back to the well again. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that could...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Saints cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Jones once more. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has his man, it's Addison. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. Juke the defender. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to kill.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb in quarterbacks? When we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, well, they can make you pay just as he did.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick, McCarthy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the carry, this is Jones. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Working quickly here.
Vikings first down.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 46. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Able to find Jones. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down inside the 10 and the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Another try for Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Looking to throw. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a 9-point advantage. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game.
Saints 14.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rattler setting to throw. He put everything he had into this one. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Throwing on 2nd and 10. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back now, pressure on its way. Taken in by Pierce. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Rattler. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
A 39-yard gain on the play. And the Saints first down.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Trying again, following the sack. Cut near the goal line. It's a New Orleans touchdown. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
Saints 21.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And this one doesn't go far. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings holding on to a field goal lead. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. This one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick 6. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Finds him on the crossing route. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up. They are throwing it again. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. They decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown to knee it out. Either way, this one's over.
I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, hit a recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I want it a million. I want it a million.
Shanty playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his soul. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that. I think he knows. When I save him like that.